Hey, good morning, or whatever time it is for you. Oh gosh, the birds got really loud all of a sudden. I like sitting outside, especially right now. It is nice and warm out here today. It feels good. It's starting to feel like summer. Yesterday felt like fall, and I'm not quite ready for fall as much as I love it. I wanted to share with you this morning, though. I woke up and I was sad this morning, and so I have a process. Gosh, I don't know if that's birds or crickets or what it is. It's really loud. They just started as soon as I pushed the live stream. Anyway, I woke up this morning feeling sad, and I have a process that I go through when I have emotions that come up in my body that don't feel good. This part of life, right? Everybody has emotions and stuff that don't feel good to them. And so whenever I have those, I have a method that I teach. And actually I was going to find one of the audios, and I found out like the last one was 3 years ago. So I am going to give you a link to that audio and to a booklet that will work you through this whole process. But I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about it before I did that, and then I'll put the link down there for you. But yeah, human emotions, they're just like, they're actually a really cool thing. They're something that tells us that that we're having a thought that may not be the best thought for us, right? So when something comes up that doesn't feel good, we want to push it away. We don't want to acknowledge it. We want it to be gone, right? So what happens in that moment is if you stuff it down, then you don't feel it, but you keep feeling it, right? Because the story or whatever that brought it there, you're going to keep telling yourself that story. If the story that made you sad, the story that made you mad, whatever that story is. But if you can actually feel it, that will shift everything for you. And so it's not a hard process to do. If you're feeling an emotion, you can even do this if you're feeling happy. In fact, I've gotten to some really, really blissful states when I've been happy, and I've decided to feel an emotion and just let it be and let it go. And it's a very, very simple practice. You just close your eyes, and if you're at work and you get upset, you can go in the bathroom, because this only takes 3 or 4 minutes to do. You just go in there, you close your eyes, and you don't focus on the chatter. You focus on your body. Where is that emotion coming up in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it in your chest? Is your heart hurt? Is your stomach nauseous? Is your throat constricted? Is your head pounding? Where do you feel that emotion in your body? And then you just be with it. You just allow yourself to feel it. And sometimes that's scary, right? Because yucky emotions never feel good. But what you do is you tell yourself that you're there with yourself. I know it seems kind of silly, but it's kind of a, hold on, I need to drink a tea. It's a meta thing, and having that perspective can change your life immensely. I remember once telling somebody I gave myself a hug, and they were like, how do you do that? And I'm like, metaphorically, I guess physically you kind of can, but I was like, I sit there and I kind of pat myself on the shoulder, but it's a metaphysical thing. It's a visualization of me going to the me that is sad, like the higher self of me already knows that everything's okay, and it's not a big deal that I'm sad right now. But the physical me is like feeling sad, feeling sucky. So you don't do this process to get rid of the feeling. You just do it to feel the feeling. Now, in general, once you've felt the feeling goes away. And sometimes it's going to come back, right? If you're feeling grief because you've lost a family member, it's probably going to come back forever to a certain degree. But if you have that grief well up, the way that you deal with it is you sit down and you feel it. If you have sadness well up, you sit down and you feel it. If you have anger well up, you sit down and you feel it. And even, like I said, happiness, joy, and bliss, if you sit down and feel those, that can be, it seems like whenever you feel it, it shifts. And it shifts to a higher vibration. But, as I said, you don't feel it to make it shift, because then it doesn't work, because you're not actually feeling it. You're actually just focused on this outcome of feeling better and not actually being here in the present moment of feeling what you feel. So, it's a very easy practice. Like I said, it takes 3 or 4 minutes, and once you've practiced it and you've learned how to sit there and be with your feelings, it's really easy to do. So I'm gonna go really quick. I'm still here, but I'm gonna see if I can share with you on my page, if I can figure out how to do this. My technologically savvy self, or not savvy. Okay, let me see. I should be live here, and I should be able to share with you. And when I share it, it should be somewhere where you don't have to. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yay, I think I can do it. I think I can. Okay, so the link that I just put in, hopefully, yay, it showed up. When you click on that, it's going to take you to a page that has bonus ebooks in my members lab, and you don't have to sign up, you don't have to do anything. So if you're feeling sad right now, just go there, and there's a little booklet you can download that walks you through this process that I've been talking about just sitting with your feeling and feeling it. And usually you'll know when you're done, right? You'll know when it has shifted and it feels a little bit less. But you know, a lot of times it doesn't take long. Sometimes if you've had a lot of stuff that you're dealing with, you may have to sit with it for 10-15 minutes, but a lot of times, especially if you practice it and it's just something that came up in the day, you can do it in like a 3 or 4 minute period. But anyway, you do not have to give me your email. You don't have to give me anything. This is just a gift for you that you can go there, you can download. There's a booklet, and it will also tell you some next steps to shift your vibration higher once you've felt the feelings that you're feeling. And also, while you are there, you can check out and see all of there's a lot of other free classes. I think there are 3 free classes, some other different links, some free PDFs that you can use, not all related to the same topic, but all related to the alchemy of transforming yourself into who you already are. Such a paradox, I know. And while you're there, you can check out too, the membership is open now for Daily Alchemy Premium members, and you get so much stuff. You get 12 classes that you can access the minute you sign up, all of those. You get a lab kit so that you can play with creating different things in your life, and you don't have to take my word from it. I just give you the step-by-step lab kit instructions, right? You take the steps, you get the results, so you don't have to like take my word for anything. All you have to do is experiment and try. I give you the guidelines to experiment with, but you get to make it yours and have fun with it. Plus, there are a whole bunch of other benefits there, but they're listed on the website under the benefits site. But this booklet and this audio that goes with it, the Shift Your Vibe audio, is right underneath, and the booklet is what is it called? It's called How to Shift Your Vibe in 5 Minutes, I think, or Get Your Happy Back in 5 minutes. And so you have the booklet, and then you have the audio that goes with it. So even if you're feeling great this morning, but you want to have something for those times, you can go down there to the link here and download it and check it out and have it available. Also, I do recommend that you practice this. This is one of the things that I practice. Gosh, I used to practice it more, and now maybe I need to do it more. I kind of shift. My daily alchemy practice is usually 4 or 5 things. My pool just squirted water, the pool cleaner, that I do every day. I always have a short practice in the morning, a short practice in the evening, and then just a reframing practice as I go through the day, questions that I ask myself to keep myself focused on where I want to go. But I think I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I used to do this very, very religiously because I used to have a lot of feelings that needed processed. And now I think I've processed so many of those feelings from doing this practice year after year after year that I don't necessarily need that particular practice as much. But if you do it every day, even if in the morning when you just first wake up, you're like, let me just tune in, take 3 minutes before I get out of bed and feel what I'm feeling. And so that's not like listening to a story about what you're afraid of or the crap that you got to do at work today, or you know, what are you late or whatever. No, that is just like, let me tune into my body and feel the sensations in my body. Now those sensations are almost always going to be created by the story that you're telling. You know, the things that you were worrying about the last night before you went to bed, or that you woke up thinking about in the middle of the night or worrying about. Yes, that's true. And the more you practice this, and you're training yourself to think about gratitude before you go to bed, you may wake up just feeling great, and that's also great. And you just tune into your body for 3 minutes, even just a minute before you get out of bed. Feel the feelings and feel the physical sensations of your body, and just tune in and be with those. And what always happens is when you do that, you're feeling the vibration of your physical body. And when you feel it and allow it and accept it wherever it is, it always goes up. It's kind of a crazy thing, but you'll know it once you've practiced this a little bit. It gets easier and easier. But if you're feeling sad and you sit there and you just tune into that sadness without trying to make it go away and just being okay with feeling it, it will shift up a little bit. It may shift up a lot. It really depends on how deep that sadness is and you know what it's about. If it's just a little thing, you can shift it pretty quick. And as I've said a few times in here, like if you do this practice when you're already happy, and like another way to kind of deepen this is using the Sedona method. You can Google that if you want to learn more about it. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but it's really a good method. Hale Dwoskin teaches it, and that's a letting go process. But with this, I like to just say, like, can I feel all these sensations in my body and really, really, really just like be okay with how yucky they feel or how good they feel or whatever, and then just ask myself, can I let these feelings go? And then, you know, if the answer is yes or no, you're still going to shift. But you can answer honestly, like, maybe I can't let this feeling of sadness go, and that's okay. You get to keep feeling it for a little while. And if you can, you say yes. And then you ask yourself when. And, you know, if the answer is yes and you ask yourself when, the answer is now, right? And then you just breathe and you let it go. And I don't seem to have anything as a prop. Okay, I'm going to steal a little rock out of my plant, because it's just as easy as taking a pen or a pencil, I think is what Hale uses, or this little rock, and let it go. I know that we tell ourselves a story that if it's a thought or a feeling, it's harder to let go of than a physical object. But I promise you, the more you practice it, the easier it gets, and it can be just as simple as deciding to let it go. So I wish you a magical day. Go out and create something wonderful in your day today, and feel all the feelings that come up. They're all a gift. And when you can do it from that metaphysical perspective of, okay, I said I was going to go, but I just want to share this story because I love this story. I listened to this thing and it really, I don't know, my screen got all dark all of a sudden. Oh my goodness, am I still here? Sorry, I don't know what happened. My screen got really dark. Let's see if I can lighten it up. I don't know. Airplanes are flying over. This is like secret information, you guys. I can't just share it with anybody. You have to be in the club. Apparently the Illuminati, I'm joking, sort of, does not want you to know this. Okay, so Alan Alda, he played on MASH. He's an actor, and I listened to this there we go, that's a little better. I listened to this interview with him. Oh my gosh, my youngest child was like a baby, and it stuck with me forever. And that was, he was talking about, like, somebody's like, he's like, are you happy all the time? And he was like, he's like, I'm happy, I'm always happy. And they're like, you don't get mad, you don't get sad, you don't get angry. And he was like, well, yeah, I do, but I separate that, right? Like there's part of me when I'm angry that's really, really angry. And then there's that part of me who's watching me be angry, who just thinks it's all really interesting and fun and gets curious about it. And it's like, that's super cool. He's angry now. Wow. Okay, let's roll with that. And when you can develop and practice having that metaphysical awareness, where when your physical body feels an emotion, you can step out and look at yourself and go, that's interesting. She's feeling sad, or she's feeling mad, or she's feeling angry. It's like, it's kind of a mind-blowing shift, but you can do it. It only takes practice, right? It's just, and you won't always do it. Like sometimes you'll get mad and you'll just be mad and you won't even think about stepping out and looking outside of it from a different perspective. But set that intention that you're going to notice and you're going to look at your emotions from a different perspective. And doing this practice of just feeling it in your body and being with yourself as you feel it is a perfect way to do it, because you are doing that when you do this practice, especially if you're saying, this is a really scary, bad emotion, and I know that we don't want to feel it, but we're going to feel it, and I'm going to be here with you while you feel it. Well, you are the you, right? That's being with you as you feel it. So that's that metacognition. Metacognition, I don't know if that's the word, but you know, when metaphysical is outside the physical, metacognition's outside the knowing, but it's, you know, it's, as my kids would say, it's very meta. You're going to step outside yourself, but you're still part of yourself, because you have so many bodies and so many parts to you. You're not just your physical body, and you're not just your mind. So it can be that higher self or that higher soul that steps out and comes with you when you're feeling a bad emotion. And that person, that part of you, that's you, but that's a part of you that already knows that everything is always, 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 always okay. And that, you know, it's going to be okay. And so letting that person, that part of you, be with you when you're feeling sad or bad, it's a blessing, right? And when you teach yourself and you practice how to do that, and sometimes you'll forget and you'll go, oh wait, I forgot to do that, but next time I will. And then you'll get into a habit of doing it almost any time your emotions go wonky. But when you have that, it's powerful, right? Because you have a way to deal with every feeling that you feel. You know, you don't have to wait for your spouse to come make you feel better. You don't have to wait for your child to come make you feel better. You don't have to go spend money or eat a bunch of chocolate, although I do like to eat a bunch of chocolate. But you don't have to do any of those things to make yourself feel better, because you have you, and you are awesome. That higher part of you always knows the right answer, always knows that you're okay, and always will be with you. So that's pretty cool, actually. So yeah, I think I'm done. I think my work here is done today. I'm sorry, I've been in this weird darkness and light, and I don't know. But anyway, I invite you today to go out and be with your higher self today. Wait, I think I may have spoken, I did kind of speak on this yesterday, letting the goddess speak. You can go back and listen to that live stream if you want. You can also go to the link here and free, no strings attached, no email or anything required, that you can get that free booklet to learn how to go through this process to shift your vibration. So do those things and create a magical day. Let your higher self walk with you today. And, you know, sometimes I like to call the higher self my inner goddess. So let that goddess speak. Let your higher self speak. Let them do the work through you. Let them be with you whenever you're feeling like crap. All right, have a magical day. And this time I'm really going to say goodbye. And if you've been here and you've been watching and you've been stalking, I'm just teasing, and you haven't left me a comment, please leave me a comment and let me know if this information was valuable for me. Just send me a thumbs up, send me a heart, send me a comment. Let me know if you go download the booklet and if it's helpful. It may need a few updatings because it's 3 or 4 years old now, but I still think it's really, really valuable information. All right, much love.